Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of What to Do If Your Mom Hates You. All right, so what to do if your mom hates you, part 4. Okay, so for this particular part, I'm going to go over the signs and the symptoms. So, one of the ways that you know if your mom hates you is, of course, if she's a narcissist. My mom was definitely a narcissist and she definitely hated me. And one way that I knew she hated me, because she told me. She literally told me. I remember like yesterday. I was probably like 13, 14 years old and literally was in the kitchen minding my business. And for whatever reason, she was mad again for the 136,000th time for the day because it was a Wednesday, I guess. She literally came on her face and was like, yeah, I hate you. I wish I never had you. You ruined my life. You ruined my body. You ruined my goals, my dreams, aspirations. And I wish I never had you. Like literally to my face. To my face. Just told me, oh, I hate you. I wish I never had you. I wish you were never born. You ruined my life. Now, I'm 13 years old. I'm 14 years old. And you're telling me, as my parent, my mom, my maternal figure, that you hate me and that I ruined your life? Okay. Like, how am I supposed to process that? Like, how am I supposed to take that? Your mom's supposed to love you, support you, be there for you, validate your feelings, your emotions, the typical things that a loving, healthy, non narcissistic parent is supposed to do. But being that my mom was a narcissist with a lot of issues and was very controlling, aggressive, verbally, mentally, physically, sexually, psychologically, financially abusive. But one way that to know if your mom hates you, if she tells you. And mine told me, unfortunately. And of course, that was a lot for me to process and to be able to accept. Like, wow, like, how could you tell me that? I mean, you treat me like shit, but for you to express that hate and to tell me that and that I ruined your life and your goals and your dreams, that's very hurtful and hateful. So, another indicator, if your mom hates you, is it if she tells you, if she verbalizes that to you. Of course, she's going to show you as well in her actions, in her ways of being, in the ways of treating you on your day-to-day basis. But of course, if she tells you that, that's definitely a major indicator. A lot of times, with narcissists, narcissist mom, from like a mother-daughter relationship type of standpoint, they know who they are and they see the potential in you as a child. They see like, okay, this child's really smart, she's really gifted, she's real intuitive, she's really bright, she's really cute, etc. And she's really happy, joyful, and they see that and they know that. And so a lot of times, depending on their lifestyle, their life choices, the things that they've been through, they want to live their life through you. That's why a lot of times they try to control you. They want to they want you to live in their shadow. They want you to live your life in their life cycle. That's clearly not working for them. Like, I can see as a young adult that what you're doing is not working for you. You not having ambition, you not having goals, you not having a self-care regimen, you letting my dad treat you any kind of way, you not taking care of your day-to-day lets me know that what you're doing is not working for you. So why would I want to follow that as a young person? You're supposed to be my role model. You're supposed to be my mother figure. You're supposed to be someone to look up to and aspire to. And here it is that you're doing things that don't even work for you. So why would I, as a functional, healthy person that can think and process and use my own analysis and discernment, why would I follow you knowing that what you're doing is not even working for you? It just doesn't make sense. So a lot of times, as your mother hates you, they will tell you. Hopefully, you guys don't have to go through that, but if you have, you definitely understand. They'll verbalize that to you more than once. It's just very hateful. It's very, very nasty, very mean. It's very sad that some people have to experience that. And I do, you know, give you guys my deepest, you know, my deepest understanding and positive vibes on that because I know how hurtful that can be. But a lot of times your mother hates you, they will verbalize that to you. They will show you, of course, in their actions, the way they treat you. And a lot of times they want you to live in their shadow based on the choices that they made in their life. Or they want you to live your life in their life cycle that's clearly not working for them. Um, a lot of times they will be also, if your mom hates you, they'll be very hateful. There's levels to hate, there's levels to everything. There's levels to misunderstandings, there's levels to negativity, there's levels to dislike, and then there's hate. If your mom hates you, that's the highest level, more than likely, of dislike, you know? And if they verbalize that to you and show you that through actions and different day to day things that they do and how they treat you, if they're very arrogant, if they're very self centered, it's all about them. You can say, Mom, I went to school, I got bullied today, I fell, I hit my head. And they'll still be like, okay, well, that's nice. Well, I need to go ahead and get my nails done today. Like, totally oblivious, totally non caring, empathetic to your concerns at all. Regardless of what you tell them, what you're experiencing, what you're doing, they always have to make it about them. They're very they're very self-centered, very egotistical, very arrogant in regards to what they make it about them. As your child, you're supposed to be considerate, empathetic, compassionate. You are obviously the role model. You are obviously the parent. So of course, your needs as a parent are validated as well as a child's. But if a child comes to you and is, of course, wanting support and love and validation from you as their parent, as their mom, from uh, a female girl child to a woman mother role, you're supposed to have compassion. You're not supposed to be arrogant, self-centered, and make it about you. And a lot of times, your mother hates you. She's very hateful, very arrogant, very prideful, very egotistical, and very self-centered. And a lot of times they want to look down on you also. They're very jealous, they're very envious, and they want to look down on you because um, no one listens to or respects them. Like they want to feel like they're in control. They want to feel like they're running the show. They want to feel like they're higher than God because the life choices that they made aren't working for them, and they want to feel respected or that they are the best of the best because no one that's on their age level respect listens to them. So being that you're a child and you have to stay in a child's place and you're younger, of course, than they are, and of course, they brought you into this world. They have that power, that control over you, and they abuse that and use that in a negative way to where they want to talk down to you because no one else in their age group and their stage of life respects or listens to them. Another way, if your mom hates you, is that they don't want you to succeed at all. Like, I know when I was going to school, high school, I had to work from a very young age, 13, 14. I would go to work, I'd go to school, I had to walk to school, walk home from school, go to work 6 hours a day. That's all I could work. You're not supposed to technically work at 13, but I was working at 13 because I didn't have any money to do anything. And I'd have to walk home from work in the dark by myself as a young female child adult. My mom would be at home with a car. We lived 10 minutes away from my job, but because I had to take a bus, train, and a plane, it would take me like 2 hours to get home every night by myself in the dark. And she knew I was trying to go to school so I can go to college. She didn't have any college money put aside for me or anything like that, but she wanted me to be a neurophysicist, an engineer, a lawyer, and a doctor, but didn't put $1 towards me going to college. Not a book, not a book bag, a folder, a pencil, nothing. But you want me to be this lawyer and doctor, but put $0 for me to go to college. So once I started working at a young age and saving my money so that I could go to college and escape the hate train, that's when the abuse got more intense because then it was a matter of, oh, you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to outdo me, you're trying to outshine me, you're trying to be better than me. Okay, well, I don't want you to succeed, so I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm not going to pick you up from work, I'm not going to pick you up from school, I'm not going to help you go to college. Figure it out, do what you want to do. So if your mom hates you, another way that you know is that they don't want you to succeed at all, and they definitely don't want you doing better than them. They want you to live in their want you to live want you to live your life in their life cycle that's not working for them. Okay. Another thing is that they're very immature. A lot of time I had to parent myself. Moms didn't have the highest education. She was very immature. She lacked knowledge, had a very, very ridiculous ego, was very passive aggressive, didn't want me to succeed, didn't want me to go far. When I would get like say certificates in school or honor roll or certificates medals and things like that. When you do really well in school, you get high grades and stuff like that. It was always looked down upon. It was just always like, oh, whatever, that's nice. Anyway, are you going to make dinner and you're going to clean your room? It's just like, okay, I just got the highest grade point average in my class and you're worried about me making dinner and you're the adult here. I'm 13, I'm 10, I'm 11, and you're worried about me making dinner instead of supporting me for having the highest grade in my class. You know what I mean? So they're very much immature as well. They lack a lot of knowledge, a lot of insight, a lot of self awareness, and they're very immature. And a lot of times when you have a narcissistic parent, narcissistic mom, you have to parent yourself, unfortunately. And that's what I had to do. I had to parent myself and had to be a parent to my little brother as well. Go figure. And then, of course, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to live in your higher self. They don't want you to, anything that's going to further your life in a positive way. They do not want that for you. They will stop and do anything that they can in their power to stop you from succeeding. Whatever that is, whether it be graduating from high school, whether it be going to college, whether it be having a job, having a car, any of that stuff. My mom never put money for me to go to college, never put money for me to get a car. I'd have to walk home in the dark at a young age every night from work, after work, taking 7 classes, honor roll student and the whole thing. She'd be at home doing absolutely nothing and I'd have to walk home in the dark by my lonesome because she knew I was working, trying to save money so I can go to college and better myself. So those are the signs and symptoms if your mom hates you. If she verbally tells you by the way she treats you and she's condescending, she doesn't want to see you do better than her, wants you to live your life in her life cycle that's not working for her, wants to talk down to you because no one in her age group or in her stage of life listens to or respects her, don't want you to succeed. They're immature, lack knowledge, education, have a ridiculous ego, very arrogant, very self-centered, and they stop you from living and accomplishing your dreams. It's a good chance that your mom hates you. All right, so what you can do. So once you have that understanding, what you can do is you can pretty much, of course, know that this is a psychological issue that they're dealing with. This is a projection of negativity of the trauma and the hurt and the pain that they've experienced in their life somewhere, whether it be their younger age, childhood, etc., from their parents, their, family, spouses, etc. So once you know that, that's going to help you out a lot because a lot of times when you deal with these type of people, have this kind of trauma, have these type of parents, mother figure, etc., you feel like it's your fault. You feel like something's wrong with you. And I want you guys to know that there's nothing wrong with you. Your mom just more than likely has a lot of deep-rooted, deep-seated trauma and psychological issues that they project on you. So that's one. And that you're not alone, for sure. Two,